Mrs. Amy HELM, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. You are on the poster of Moulin Blues this year.
Yes.
Moulin Blues 2024.
Yeah.
Did you knew the festival before, or it's the first time that you heard about OSPEL?
This is the second time because I'm
So-
pretty sure that I played here
You
with
was
OSPEL years ago.
oh
Did
years
I?
ago.
I
It's
think
possible
that I did.
because
Yes. Yeah, like a long time ago, 15, 20, maybe 20 years ago.
okay, it's great.
Yeah.
So, for the interview, not only for this one, but I had to do a lot of googling
Okay.
to try out. I try out to find who is sitting before me and the details. So, if I did my homework good, I can introduce you to the roots time followers as follows. You are a singer-songwriter
Yes.
from a town with a famous name,
Yes.
Woodstock,
Yes.
but the festival didn't
No.
took place in
Right.
in your own town. But
Right.
for the music dummies, I must also add that you are the daughter of the great, Lee Van
Helm,
Lee
yeah.
Van
Yeah.
Helm, yes,
Yeah.
the singer of, and your mother was also a singer.
Yes.
So you have always been living in a room
In the
full
room
of music. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think that you were destined to become a musician, or why did you want to become a musician? It must be, I think,
Yeah.
of your family.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think all musicians,
Yeah.
all singers and players, they know very young that they can do it, right? So even if you're growing up and your family
Yeah.
is, you know, woodworkers and electricians and no one plays music, I think you still know that it's what you can do. I think the gift of music arrives very young, similar to young people who know that sports is their gift or their creative spark. So I think from a very young age, I knew that
You would
singing
become.
is what I could do.
Yeah.
It came naturally, music came naturally, and I answered the call, so to speak.
But before you started solo, it took a time to go solo.
Yeah, well, I entered into, I mean, I would say that because of my family history, I actually was more afraid, not
Yeah.
afraid, but hesitant to
To go-
pursue because I just didn't, I don't know. I
You,
just sort
you
of,
were not sure about
I
yourself?
wasn't sure, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't sure and I wasn't, I didn't have a clear vision what I wanted it to be, and so instead I kind of tumbled into musical situations that called me to them, and they called me to do what I was good at.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
when I was much younger, I mean, I've been singing in bands since I
Yeah,
was
you're
like
singing
14.
in the band of your father.
I sang in his band, I sang in OSPEL,
Oh,
and I got very good, very young at harmony singing. So harmony was like my first confidence, you know. I would do lots of harmony singing, and then that I fell into OSPEL, which was a very beautiful collective, and we did a lot of intricate, very specific, difficult harmony singing. And then from there, I went into my dad's band and played with him for 10 years
Yeah.
and built the Midnight Ramble concerts. And from there, then I decided to make my own record. So I put my first solo record.
A rather long way to get.
I took a long way, but it was the right way because you know.
Besides that, you also organize festivals. Yearly
I have organized, yes, I do that.
That was, or they still do that?
Well, I took a break since COVID from the
It
Dirt
was
Farmer Festival.
The Dirt Farmer.
Yes, I'm waiting for dollars to fly back in so
Yeah.
that we can, it costs so much money to create and make them happen. But I am doing the Midnight Ramble, which is at my father's place. I'm doing that.
You still do that, yeah?
Yeah, I've relaunched those.
Is that for new young singers or for young bands? Or?
Yes, it's called the HELM Family Midnight Ramble.
Oh, yeah.
And it has the original members of some of the original Midnight Ramble band of my father's band, and now the next generation.
Okay,
so
that's good.
Yeah, my son plays drums in it as well.
If you must describe your music, how would you describe your own music? What are you singing? May I call it Americana, or must I? Is it more than just?
I've never found a good answer for this.
That's good. But mostly the musicians tell me or say it's a mix of more influences than.
Yes, more than I don't really know what Americana means anymore. You know, it's sort of
For us
yes.
in Europe, Americana is
a mix
music that you can listen to, that you can not heavy music, no guitar music, but
acoustic.
not only most
mellow.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what we call, I think, Americana.
I definitely don't play Americana by European definition, but I would say I play like a mix of roots and gospel and rock and roll and soul music.
But one of my questions was, in OSPEL, what are you going to bring tonight or to this afternoon? Because I've been listening to your albums, like I always do. You have 3 albums until today, but my reaction was, I don't think Amy is going to do what she does on the albums.
It's a little heavier. It's a little more energetic. Well, not energetic, but every song gets. Yeah, it's high energy. The show. It's
because
got a lot of energy.
OSPEL, the people that like to talk a lot. That's OSPEL. That's all of this.
They talk a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean during the show?
Yeah, during the show. Yeah, that's always what I say. When we go to OSPEL, a lot of talking.
Oh, while the band is playing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had worse.
But
sure.
you're standing on. Yeah, maybe that's a difference. Yes, but that's the only thing.
I will definitely play loud enough to shut them up, to quiet them. I'm sure.
Like I said, you have released 3 albums. A part of your job is sharing music. Do you think that is an important thing for a musician, to share your music?
Yes.
Yeah.
How else can we pay the bills? Yes, definitely. And also the connection with the audience, especially if I can get them to stop talking and I look them in the eye and they look me back.
You must do that.
We'll do that. That's my goal today. Today I'm going to do a song.
And then you stop.
And I'm going to try to get the whole audience to get quiet. We'll see. And then I'll look for you and you'll look back. You'll have to give me a thumbs up.
On the first rows, we're standing
over. Okay.
Okay. Your first album in 2015, Didn't It Rain?
Yes.
It was the last album with your father behind the drums.
Yeah.
Was it a special? It was your first one.
Yes. It was special for that. My dad did play drums on a few songs on that record, and that was an exciting time to try to step out by myself.
With also members of the band.
Some members of the band and some new members. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
The next one, 2017, This Too Shall Light.
Yeah. That was a very different record. All covers. Very
also when
mellow.
You listen to it, yeah.
Yeah, very mellow. That was a great producer, Joe Henry.
Yeah.
Is a very famous American producer and musician, and we went for a very different thing. All covers, no original material, and it was cool. It was a challenge.
It worked, yeah.
As a singer, it was a challenge, and then my most recent record, What the Flood Leaves Behind, was a lot more of my own writing.
Yeah.
And starting to head towards that.
It was produced by Luther Dickinson.
Kaufman. Yeah.
Okay. What's behind the title? The Flood, is that a river or what's the story behind the title?
What the Flood Leaves Behind. It was taken from a lyric from a song called Verse 23.
Yeah.
It's a very slow song, very beautiful, quiet kind of song. And the chorus says, what the flood leaves behind is what we've got sort of left to make, is what it means.
Yeah.
And I just loved that. I loved that phrase. That was written by, do you know His Golden Messenger? This band called His Golden Messenger?
Yeah.
Mike Taylor.
I was thinking it has something to do with a river or maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful. I love the idea of it, that
Okay.
when the flood is gone, all the things that are left on the ground.
It's also an album
Yes.
that you
Yeah.
not only sing on it but also play instruments.
Yes.
It was the first time I think
Yeah.
that you play. Let me look, mandolin, drums,
Yes.
and you sing also the harmony vocals.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a normal thing for you? Also,
I mean, it was. Yeah, I've never done it before, but I do it easily.
Maybe a
so-
next step that you say,
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah. Yes, I did do. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, because you, in the songs you combine, like you told us, gospel, folk, and country.
Yeah.
I was thinking back to your band, Olabella.
Yes.
They did it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Similar. I think that my solo music is maybe a little more soul
Yeah.
and R&B inspired, and with Olabelle, because the harmonies drive so much of the sound of it, that
Yeah.
maybe those songs tend to lean towards more of a folk influence.
Until today, only 3 albums.
Yeah.
Is it a hard work for you writing songs or your songwriting? Is that a special process or
Yeah, it's really
when come the ideas or when do you
Yes.
do?
Yeah, well, I've been growing. Every album, I'm getting more, trying to get more developed as a songwriter. So I actually have an album coming out in September.
That was my next question.
That's-
Can we get more, please?
Yes, yes. And this one, I feel I went really deep into the songwriting
Yeah.
process. I challenged myself more to write by myself. I usually write with people. I love to co-write, but this time I did a lot,
Oh.
all the lyrics, really, and it was.
So when
I
you get
loved
an
it.
idea, you take your mobile and then no.
Yeah, or I always have a sketchbook
you-
in my thing, and I write, and I loved doing it. It was really.
That's great.
It was really exciting.
Great to hear that you are working on a new album.
Yeah.
I must
Finished with a new album.
Yeah.
Yes.
Finishing
Coming
a new
out.
album. Yeah.
Coming out soon. Coming out in September.
Who is with you on the stage tonight? The musicians?
I have a great band.
Yeah.
I have an incredible band. I have Tony Mason on drums
Yeah.
and Dan Littleton on guitar. Now Dan is in America. He is like a folk punk icon. He's like this guitar player is very unusual, very different kind of guitar player. And then I have Adam Minkoff on bass, who's an extraordinary. Ask Erkan about Adam.
Yeah, we know him.
Yeah. You know Adam?
No, I think I know him, but not personally. No.
Right,
No, no.
okay.
But I think when I
He's
see his
been
face,
over-
then
Yeah, he's been over here with Doyle Bramhall a lot and different people.
and the set list, I'm also a bit curious. You have already the set list in your head?
Yes, but now that you've said they talk a lot, I'm gonna think about
Yeah.
the moment.
It's not to
The
make you
one-
nervous, but
No,
we always
it's a challenge.
we are from Belgium, so we always say when you go to Holland, they talk too much. You go into the tent.
It's at 4 o'clock. She plays.
4 o'clock, but they
Just
talk
like-
always. Time doesn't matter. They talk always.
So they like loud music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Holland is yeah,
we'll get loud.
but I'm happy that you're on the poster tonight, today, this
Thank
afternoon.
you.
Okay, I have some general questions, Amy.
Yeah.
Life is short, and we know it because we are a bit older. Allee.
Yeah.
But you must have open items on the bucket list, I think, on the list of things that you want to do.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what is on your list, on your bucket list, that's things in your head that you say, once I want to do this or that?
Oh my gosh. Musically? Anything.
Anything?
I mean, I have a long.
When it's not
bucket list.
too private, of course it's okay. Because it's on the...
I mean,
Musically.
Musically.
Yesterday someone told me I want to be with B.B. King. You say, he's dead. No, it's something that you say yes.
Right.
That's one of my dreams.
Right. It's a big question.
Good question.
I woke up this morning thinking I want to go to Lapland in the middle of winter.
Chic.
I don't know why.
I know people, they have been
Yeah.
there in the winter.
Yeah.
Great tattoo.
I think I'm already doing it. I want to just keep getting better and enjoying it.
Yes, it's great.
And I want to keep growing as an artist and meeting cool people and experiencing, you know, playing music for people is the greatest gift. It's so much fun. I have such a good time doing it. I love connecting to an audience, so I think I want to do a lot more of that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
What was the best advice that you got from somebody? Because you're living in a, like you told us, with a lot of musicians
Yeah.
around you. You
Yeah.
meet a lot of people
Yeah.
on stage or behind stage, backstage.
Yes. My father used to say to me, if you're not having fun,
Yes.
you're doing it wrong. Like if
That
you're
is-
not having a good time on stage and if you're not enjoying the music and the gig and the tour and the whole thing, then you're doing something wrong. So I like that as a philosophy, you know, because
That is
the
so.
circumstances of being a touring musician can be very difficult. And you're not making a lot of money, and sometimes there's no one has bought a ticket, and there's all these different things, but you have to stay happy.
Yesterday we have an interview with the McKinney James, this young guy from also from America, and his father told him, I am looking for the words that he said, but it was like almost the same. You must write your songs yourself, because when you don't know what you sing, you must not sing.
Oh, I like
That was his
Yeah.
his father's advice. But it's the same like you told us.
Yeah.
I have another last question. Amy, do you think that you have become a better or another person by being a musician?
Definitely. Yeah.
Can you
Definitely.
explain us that a bit?
You know,
you
I
said
think
you have
when-
you have the gift to be a musician.
Yes.
So it starts. There
Yeah.
is that.
Well, I think that, you know, when I perform
Yeah.
and when I'm writing songs, it's to share it to people. And so if I'm always thinking about how I'm preparing to
Yeah.
share, because to share with people is not for them to see
No,
me,
you
it's for me to
it's-
move them,
yes.
yeah? So if I'm preparing to move somebody and hopefully make someone feel lifted up, then it keeps me spiritually in this kind of rhythm. So I think it's shaped my life in that way.
Okay. Amy, that were my questions. We
Great.
thank you again for the
Thank you.
Rootstime.
Yeah.
Rootstime, you must think about it.
Yeah.
And the show will be great this afternoon, and we are very happy to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you a lot, Amy.
Likewise. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right.